Well, hello, this is Chris, and I hope I caught you at a good time. I'd just like to show you a couple of things about how to get into the AI. And everybody seems to be struggling pretty hard with this, but I'm going to show you a couple of things and a couple of ways how to do this. So this is a typical Google page. You've all seen this before, and there's different ways to be able to search from this page. There's actually three of them from this page. Most of you are probably only familiar with one or two. Let's say we're looking for a car accident lawyer in, say, Buffalo. Okay, so Buffalo. So as you can see, there's something called a drop-down list here. Everybody's familiar with that. But you'll notice in this drop-down menu, it's fairly specialized and it's targeted as well. So what I mean by that is that once we've got a company that's actually being recommended by Google right here, Harding and Mazzotti is being recommended. Everybody else is just, it's not, there's nobody other company there. It's just a generic way to finish a sentence. However, what Google's doing now is we're recommending specific companies. So this is what we can have Google do for you, and we can do this on other platforms as well. So when I click on this, now here's where the magic happens. So minus any sponsored results that come up at the top of the page on the left-hand side here, the entire page now belongs to Harding and Mazzotti. So we have them positioned over here, okay? And as we scroll down the page here, you can see Harding and Mazzotti is everywhere. Harding and Mazzotti owns the entire Google page now, okay? That's one way to be able to search with Google. If we back up a little bit over here, so there's also a button here called the AI mode, if you're familiar with that. So I decided to take a run at it. And so now if I search, and I search using Gemini, so I'm looking for a cellulose manufacturer or distributor in London, Ontario. So my client is now sitting in the #1 position, even though they're a half an hour away. They're not even in London, Ontario. Even though they're in St. Thomas, Ontario, I'm using London, which is their primary market that they're after. They're #1. Well, let's say we went to Google and just did a standard search, cellulose manufacturer, distributor, London, Ontario. What does that come up? Okay, well, we've got them in the AI overviews. Okay, so we've got thermocomfort in the AI overviews. We've got them in the listicles over here as well. We've also got them #1 on the organic listings. We can also go do the same thing with Bing as well over here. So if I was going to go look for, say, a mortgage broker in London, Ontario, what comes up? Jeff Krieger comes up. He's the only company listed here. So Jeff Krieger is the client. As soon as I click on Jeff Krieger, the same thing happens here. Jeff Krieger now owns the entire page. So he's got Copilot, he's got places, we've got everything is attached to Jeff Krieger. And this is what everybody wants now. So let's say I want to go to, say, ChatGPT, for example. I went to look for a cellulose distributor manufacturer, London, Ontario. Again, London, but who's the first company that comes up? Thermocomfort in St. Thomas. That's my client. Even though there are other companies in London, my St. Thomas client comes up first. Okay, this is a pretty big deal. Now, what about other AI platforms? What about Grok? Let's go look in Grok. Okay, so cellulose distributor, London, Ontario, and Thermocomfort comes up again, #1. Let's go after Perplexity. Let's look for that. Cellulose manufacturer, and who comes up #1 is, where was it there? Thermocomfort right there. Local cellulose supplier, St. Thomas, right there. Okay. This is how you make a company local for virtually everything, anywhere, anytime. So I could take something like Sarnia, for example. Sarnia is about an hour and a half away from St. Thomas. And this is a heat map that we use with them as well. It's a live heat map. And so we can take in information out of here, like, say, I'm going to say thermospray, cellulose installation in Sarnia. A little bit of content like that we've created that was local to Sarnia. So now we make our clients local in every market that they do business in. So let's say we go and take a look at that. Let's just take a look at that and see what comes up. So sponsored results come up, and then as we get to the non-sponsored results, we're looking at Thermocomfort sitting at the top of the page, an hour and a half away. They're also coming up #1 in the AI overviews as well. Okay, and I've also got them number 2 and #3 here as well. So they're coming up everywhere, all over the place, just from one post like that, where we can localize and give their website the power that it needs to be able to be local everywhere. Okay, so this is the power of having our Google local services, making you local virtually anywhere for anything. It doesn't matter what it's for. It doesn't matter what vertical, what city, doesn't matter. We can make you local everywhere for anything, as long as you've got a properly set up campaign. And we know how to do it, and we can get you into all the AI, Bing, Google, everything. If it's intent-based, we're going to have you there.